British DJs, an American voiceover. It's the Harley and Josh Show.
The Harley and the Joshy gonna do a Christmas thing. Hi, dude.
Hello, man. How are you doing?
Yeah, hello, everybody listening in.
Hello.
It's our last show before Christmas, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's our last live show.
Last live show.
We're going to be doing something next week.
Yes.
Although
Mostly eating.
It'll be Christmas Day, so we're not going to do anything for you because you're probably going to be spending some time with your family, hopefully, unless you're, working or doing
or a
other
snail.
Things. Or a snail.
You know.
Yeah.
Or if you're eating a French snail, then it's not a good idea. But yes, well, so we're going to do a couple sort of pre-recorded things next week, so you can keep up to date with what's going on around here.
Yeah.
Which we will get to later on, so that you can get an idea of what's going to be being provided to you. I'm ill, Harley. Can you hear it in my?
I can, which meant you couldn't make the awards evening last week.
Yes, exactly.
We had our IO Radio Awards evening.
Congratulations to everybody at IO
Yes.
Radio for a fantastic 2017.
I don't have the
Love from the Harley and Josh Show.
Yeah, it was a shame. We won an award.
We did.
We did.
Best team.
Best team.
Which is team.
Obviously.
I even like saying the word team. You think there's a picture of my family on the desk? No, it's the A-team.
What was that out for?
IT crowd.
That's
Chris
it.
Morris.
That's it.
Right.
Episode 1, Series 3.
There we go. Jeez. Actually, it was the first season.
Was it? No.
Yeah.
Well, of course it was. I thought
It was
when
Chris
Randall
Morris
comes
in
in.
the first season, which is crazy.
Cool.
But
I'm a
yeah,
bad person.
I love him. From Jam. You ever watch Jam?
I do love
Incredible.
Jam.
Yes.
Put it on my toast.
Yes, you can't put a TV show on toast.
Yeah.
And it was probably put on videotape back then as well, so it was VHS on toast.
Back in the day.
That sounds like a podcast. Somebody started.
VHS on toast.
There we go. But yeah, so we won best team, which is crazy. Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah.
That's very nice of you. I mean, we do make a great team. I mean, most of the time
on air we do.
Yeah, usually at the bottom of walls when we're climbing over them, I'm the one that boosts Harley over the top. He looks over and
I pull him up.
Yes, and with one hand pulls me over the other side when we're breaking in to run through fields of wheat, apparently.
And then we bicker.
Yes, we don't actually argue. We just say bicker.
Yeah.
Bicker. So we should probably actually get to the point. What is that, Harley? What has been the point of 2017?
The point of 720
which is not a number.
Is
to learn to count.
Love your neighbour, even if he's slightly orange and ruining the world.
Oh, okay.
Political commentary.
All right, I thought you were talking about getting tangoed, like some old school adverts, and then somebody just comes up to you and slaps you on the face. I feel like that is the epitome of what's actually happened this year.
2017 is like bringing back old things.
Is the tango advert?
Oh my God.
Just a big fat orange man running up behind you and slapping you on the ears. I think that is exactly what's happening.
See, I was going to say bringing back old things.
Here's my granddad.
I saw Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
But I can't talk to you about anything I want to talk about because obviously we're on air. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone else.
Okay, what's your verdict?
Love it.
Loved it. Good.
Yep.
Good.
What about you?
I loved it too. Ryan
Good.
Johnson is apparently going to be setting up a new trilogy off the back of that. But I think it might actually be Skywalker free. So because it's going to be setting a different timeline.
Cool. Oh, right. Is it going to be a different area or different time?
Yes, I think it would be nice if they did like an old Republic kind of thing, but I don't know. We're going to be having Star Wars forever and ever and ever.
I've always said that with Star Wars,
A perpetual Star War.
with a it's a galaxy, it's a massive place. You can have a storyline happening the other side and it won't affect the current one, or they can cross over so briefly.
Well, have you heard of this theory where...
I love the world of Star Wars.
Mm.
I just can't get enough of that.
Yeah.
So if it gets to the end of the story with Star Wars as the current story, there can still be something else happening. And then they just suddenly sitting there having a soap opera.
The thing is it going to be smugglers? Is it going to be Jedi? Is it going to be Sith? Or is it going to be troopers and rebels? But there is a theory that apparently all films are connected and in the same universe. That's really strange because I think a lot of the time it comes from the Star Wars universe and Lucasfilm, because when you look at Star Wars, there is actually E.T. in Star Wars in the Republican Senate, isn't there? There's little E.T. monsters in there, and then also in
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, Indiana Jones. There's C-3PO and R2-D2 on the hieroglyphs in the background. So if you think about those, if Star Wars and E.T. and Indiana Jones are in the same universe, and then there are other films that are connected to those, and then other films that are connected to those, and it's just a branching out thing that's sort of people paying homage to each other. So the movie universe is actually just its own entity now. It's its own reality.
I'm really hoping the new Star Wars trilogy is R2-D2 becoming a slaver.
Oh,
and building the pyramids, and the whole time C-3PO going, I don't know if this is ethically correct. I don't think this is really fair on the
my
poor
creator
humans.
was a Jew. I can't do this. I don't think Anakin Skywalker's a Jew. No, he hasn't got enough compassion. Lovely.
No.
All right. Well,
He was a Jedi.
Yeah, exactly. A Jedi. Yeah.
Wait, they used the Force to build the pyramids.
Oh.
That's why they could build them.
Oh, so there wasn't any human rights violations at all. Well, they didn't have any human rights back then anyway.
Unless they slaved the Jedis.
Oh, that's good. The Jedi have to end. That's just the way it goes, right?
Yeah. But I hope they don't, because the pyramids look cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they definitely do. But Harley.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I told you I saw Star Wars.
Is that your entire week? You just did like 7 sittings.
It's pretty much what I've been talking about the whole weekend.
Yeah.
I'm now on my 4th podcast of where they're talking about Star Wars because I just can't get enough of what people think of it. And it's great because it's torn people, and I kind of like that because everything good has to be slightly controversial. There we go. There's something profound.
There's a T-shirt.
Yes. So shall I talk about what I've done musically? Cause
probably.
What
we're a music
we're here to
podcast and we talk about Star Wars. That's what we do.
So I listened to the Star Wars theme tune.
Just on loop.
So the biggest thing, what I did Thursday after watching Star Wars, I went to Old Jet. Went to Bentwaters. And had our final rock project of the year.
That looked fantastic.
And we did we had a rehearsal. We spent the whole evening just doing plug and plays, practicing for our final show on the Saturday at the Abbey in Woodbridge.
Nice.
It was so good. It was brilliant. Like, I mean, the kids really sort of, that you could tell that there was the nerves had hit in a few days before. They'd been going home. They'd been practicing. They'd been really psyching themselves up. There were a few nerves off stage, but nearly everyone went up and played and absolutely aced it.
Nice.
It was so good. There was moments of pride.
Tears.
And they were only stopped occasionally by guitarist Tom McCarthy and Rob Lewis, because us teachers, we had comm systems in.
Right.
I was stage right, Tom was stage left. Rob was front of the stage directing the kids. If they lost their lines, he would cue them in and stuff like that. And they didn't need him for the most part of it, which was great. But because we had our in-ears and we could only hear each other, like, they were just being hilarious.
Mouthing things, and you can hear him over the comms.
Yeah, but like I had to go up on stage to move a microphone. I got up there, had my comm system on, and Rob was like, "Everyone's looking at you, Harley. They're looking.
You're not invisible.
They're laughing at you, Harley." I went bright red, like, trying not to laugh. Tom said some inappropriate things.
Brilliant.
In the same vein. And it was.
You look real tight in them jeans.
Just as soon as I got back, clicked my mic on. I hate you guys so much. The whole time, David, the guy who runs the rock project, who was back at the stage with the comm system on, was just absolutely on the floor. It was a special moment.
Wetting himself, I can imagine. Just bunch of jokers. Aren't you?
You've done
a
stage...
little family rock project, you guys, aren't you?
Oh yeah, it is. Like, us teachers, we all get on so well, and it's real fun to be. And it is just a great environment for us teachers as well as the kids. And I think that kind of what makes it better for us teachers and better for the kids. Yeah, if you were
really kind of stoic and very stuffy and just. It wouldn't really be an after-school thing for them, would it? For the students, for the kids, it would just be like, oh, why would I go to school after finishing school?
That's it. We like to teach the kids, and they do learn a lot.
That's why
we don't like
project,
to make
not
it
the rock school.
That's it.
And also because of copyright.
Yeah, probably that.
Gene Simmons would be happy.
It is certainly a project that's something that we are working towards as a group, and that's what makes it great. It was awesome, and it was quite emotional.
Nice one. How many performances were there? Do you remember?
I think there was about 8 songs for the juniors and 8 songs for the seniors. With our singers, they did a piece on their own, and then they did an a cappella piece. Jess, Sophie, and Ellen did a part where they were harmonising, all taking turns of taking the lead, and it was just awesome.
Wow.
And then we did
not a dry eye in the house.
No, it was just incredible. And then David went up and did a little speech to say, thanks everyone for coming, this is what we do, la-di-da-di-da. And then Rob went, there was a grand piano in the middle. Mm-hmm. Full grand piano.
It's grand.
And boom, boom. If you don't know what that is, that was a piano noise.
Good.
And went into November Rain on the piano.
Oh, no way.
Curtains opened, all the kids were there, and they finished with the most triumphant November Rain. Sophie was on the lead, all the other singers were back doing the R's.
Nice.
And it was just so cool. Parents.
So that makes this, you can tell with
it.
I can imagine on your part, and Rob's and Tom's and Dave's and everybody that was involved were just as nervous as the kids.
Yeah. No, it was. We were nervous for the kids.
Yeah, you can play gigs all the time. You can rehearse something, but when you've put that much work into something, even if you have gigged every single week for the past umpteen years, when you see somebody that you really care about them getting better as a musician and having a good time and having a good experience of it. So I can feel that.
I was really, really proud of myself. I had 3 students. I had Isaac, who you've met before. He was really good bass player, really good student, and just generally he did quite a lot of the senior songs, and absolutely, aced them. Was playing some kind of slappy stuff, doing some Red Hot Chili Peppers and stuff. I think he's 10. I can't remember. But if I was doing stuff that age, I don't know where I'd be now.
Right now, yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't be here doing this radio show with
you.
But
that's it. Even then, some of these guys, I find this a difficult thing with teaching, is because when I teach with the eye towards having a professional career down the line, or being able to have that option anyway, still making it so that people can actually enjoy it whilst they're doing it, but give them the option so that they could use it as a job.
Yeah.
But this could be a fleeting thing for any of the students that we have. We'll be sitting there going, oh, they're going to go far if they were this, if I was this good back then,
Yeah.
But there's also that difficulty of, if you are really, really good, sometimes. This sounds a bit up myself, but when I was sort of mid-teens, I kept on being told that I was really good, so I just sort of stopped bothering a bit for a while, and I plateaued out because I was just like, oh, if I'm as good as people say I am, then why bother practicing? And then I sort of plateaued out. So if you start off good, and then people keep telling you you're amazing, it's often that you lose the gusto for trying to get better.
Yeah, I did have. We have had a student in the past who is good and is very, very good, young, absolute talent. But as a result of that, and knowing that he was good, he'd turn up and he wouldn't know the songs because he was good enough that he could blag his way through it, kind of. So he never really excelled at those songs that he didn't learn, which was a shame. But he eventually sort of got that, and sort of. We sort of had to say, yeah, you're good, but you're good at the songs you know. Get the songs you know. And he got that eventually. I was going to say about my 2 other students, they've only been doing bass at the Rock Project, I think, for about 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
They both got up and played a song. Izzy did.
I think I gave her first lesson.
Yes.
I did, because that was when you weren't there.
Yes.
And we did Valerie.
That's it. And
she got up and played it that exact same night, and she did it. She aced it, and
She played it in front of 200 people on Saturday.
I feel like a part of that journey. And that's just the main kickback from this.
Yeah,
is just to be able to feel a part of somebody else's life.
That's it. To be able to. Yeah. I don't know if Nell was there when you.
Yes.
Nell.
Yeah.
And she got up and she finished the show with November Rain, which. That's not an easy song. There's
Bless
a
them
lot
both.
of sections, and she got that down. And
Nice.
I mean, I was very proud of those. But then
It's quite amazing watching young minds work, isn't it, though? Because you're sitting there like, you think there are some songs that are just made for an adult mind because they're very complex. But then you'll watch an adult try and work it out and they'll just be like, oh, God, this is too complicated. But then for a child, it'll just be like, oh, yeah, it's just I've got a nice spongy brain right now. And it'll just go in.
Sometimes it's harder to teach when we do the adult session on Monday night. It's harder to teach them because they're not used to an educational environment. Kids know how to learn. You have to learn how to learn, and some adults have forgotten that skill because they haven't been in an environment where they're being taught stuff every day, 5 days a week for 15 years. So adults kind of can sometimes they take them longer to pick stuff up because they have that learning muscle in their brain isn't as flexed and isn't as strong as what the kids' learning muscle is.
Yeah, again, you
I'm doing air
plateau
quotes
quite a bit.
because I'm pretty sure
We can hear you doing air quotes. There's your bunny ears.
there you go.
And I was trying to do a bunny sound, but I don't know what bunnies sound like. No? That's probably it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a
Alright,
seagull
cool.
bunny.
So that was Saturday for you then, huh?
Saturday. Should we go backwards because I started on Thursday and jumped to Saturday, so I had to go
Because you were
backwards.
so
to Thursday.
excited.
Actually, no, let's stay on Saturday because I did loads on Saturday.
Good.
Because I didn't get to make it to the Darkseed show. James, who was replaced by Lucy last week.
Oh, right, okay, so we're talking about our guests, ladies and gentlemen.
Our guest,
James Skindred.
James Skindred. He wasn't able to. His guitar was playing up. His pots were dusty and dirty.
Oh, bless.
In a drunken attempt to fix it, had no WD-40 or stuff, so cleaned it out with olive oil.
Oh.
It works.
What?
But I was like, I'll lend you a guitar in case it comes to the next day and it doesn't. So I lent him my guitar. So I went in and said hi. It was absolutely buzzing in there, but I had to shoot off. So I had to head to Old Jet for a bit because they had their Christmas party. So I was hanging around there for a little bit.
Lovely.
It was great to see some really cool people there, and Jason from Hoax.
Oh wow, yeah.
Because their office is based there.
Right next
had a nice
door.
had a nice little catch up with him. We were talking about you because we met at the same time, didn't we?
Yeah, that was it.
Suffolk show.
Yeah,
and he was there with Archie and Izzy.
That's it.
And they, and we saw a band there who was just a drums, a keyboard player and singer, and another keyboard player and backing singer.
Right.
And it was they were doing all Christmas songs, and it sounded like really 80s, but like really cool, big sound. They knew their instruments and their synths perfectly, and all three of them sung. It was great.
Perfect.
And then went off to the Steamboat to see Raina Vandal, or
The East Town Pirates.
Raina Terror, as he's known with the East Town Pirates, and that was awesome show. It was a really good show. They had a new guitarist. I think it was the first time he'd played in Ipswich, and it was just a really great performance.
Yeah.
Loads of energy. I went there with Tom and David
Was
from the
he
Rock Project.
Raina Terror, or was he more like Reno Scenic?
Reno Scenic.
Or Reno Cleo, maybe.
Oh yeah, Reno Cleo.
Okay, yeah. Oh,
he
he's
was
a
full on
stay-out.
terror. He had a
Nice.
stripy piratey top
Nice.
with one nipple hanging out
Oh,
at all
good,
times because
good.
there was not much left of said top. But it was just an awesome show, and it was the first time I'd seen a full set of theirs. Often I see the first half or the second half. Often when they're playing in Ipswich, I've got lots of other things to go to, but I managed to get there in time. And once I was there, there was no chance I was making it to any other shows. So
No, you're just taking around.
I was
Nice.
just there for the.
No, they've
there
got
for
an
the-
electric show, East Town Pirates, haven't they?
Really good, and they've got a new album coming out, which I can't wait to hear.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
we'll
They've been tracking it. Do you know where they've been recording it?
it's in Crow's studio. Is that Ambling Man?
Yes,
Yeah.
Ian Crow. Yeah, good old. And that's where we recorded the first Stratospire album. And we were talking about this before, actually.
Yeah.
Because I divulged that I had horrible poops. Good. So that was. So you had Thursday. Oh, don't show your frappuccino, your chocolatey frappuccino. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah.
That was my Saturday. Should we go backwards to Friday?
Great. Yeah.
Cool. I'm trying to go quick 'cause I know you've had so much on, so I'll make this very quick. But so Friday we did our last Mementos gig of the year.
Of the year. Yeah.
And we were at Colchester Town Hall. It was a private Christmas party for a solicitor's firm. and it was just massive. Like it was like what's the word? What's that film with the guy from Inception? Leonardo DiCaprio, Gatsby, Great Gatsby theme.
Nice.
So there was casino tables. Everyone was in tuxes and lovely dresses and
Like
stuff.
Star Wars, yeah.
It was. Oh yeah. Is that a spoiler?
No.
There's a casino. So, and we were just so into the performance. Everyone just got really into it. It took us best part 40 minutes to load in because we had to go down a flight of stairs, up a lift, through a corridor, then
What was
up
the venue
onto a
again?
stage. Pardon? It was Town Hall, Colchester Town Hall. So it was like 3 floors up. It was a bit of a nightmare, but we managed to get set up and it sounded great. Everyone was just really digging the performance. It was a really flat stage, so we were all at the front of the stage, essentially, in a line. I got so into it, I was jumping up and down during the second from last song and broke my strap. My bass strap just came clean off.
Goodness.
Like,
What, the
snapped. The buckle snapped.
Oh my goodness.
Which has not, I have to say, it's not the first time that's happened. I've broken
It's so
6
vigorous.
straps. Mostly at Holiday Park when you're getting really into a performance and people are dancing and stuff.
Yeah.
I break a lot of straps. So I went into West End Music yesterday and bought one with a metal buckle on it. And it's the first time I've seen this. I was looking for ages for one, but
That's the great thing about West End music.
Yeah,
Got
so-
everything you'll need.
exactly. So yeah, that was pretty much my weekend.
Was it now?
Yes.
Well, that was it. Was it quite a Christmassy weekend?
It was Christmas. Yeah.
It was Christ. Good stuff. All right. Well, we'd like to be promoting all the gigs that are coming up this weekend, which we'll be doing at the end of the show. So stick around if you want to find some things to do this week. There is plenty. Trust me. Trust us, should I say? But we'll be playing some of the music that we've just find has really helped enriched our year this year. But yeah, so I did some things, Harley.
Yeah. Did you?
I did, mate.
Go on.
It's
Go
like
on.
total thing.
There we go.
What did I do?
I got there in the end.
There.
Yeah, I want to apologise to you and to the listeners today for my bunged up, horrible sounding face. It's been a tough old week, Harley. It's been a tough
It sounds
week.
like you've had a wonderfully fun, great week where
Yeah.
all the good things have happened.
Yeah, to a degree, yeah.
Said
I
for
just got
gritty.
hit by this classic man flu, and then I had a small amount of gigs the weekend before when I was fine, but then yes, exactly, that's what I said as well. And then
It's noises your joints were making this morning.
oh, it's not doing it now. But yeah, no. So I ended up having the illness on the weekend where I had 3 big gigs. So basically just stuck. The annoying thing is that I found out I was sort of looking into just sort of ways to get better quicker as a singer. And I was doing all these breathing exercises that I did through the Sing Through the Smoke videos that I did ages ago.
Oh yeah.
Which kind of helped for a bit.
They weren't ages ago, were they?
It was February, yeah.
Oh, okay.
February, yeah. Ended up being. I found out that apparently vitamin C and zinc and all these different things don't actually work to cure colds. There's no actual cure or actually doing anything. It's basically there was one study done in the 70s where somebody said, it actually helped people with vitamin C deficiencies when they were given more vitamin C to stop the cold lasting for a prolonged period of time. It shortened it a little bit anyway. But in normal patients, there has been actually no evidence to say that, vitamin C or zinc actually reduces the amount of time you have a cold.
I heard they're good for preventing it.
Yeah, it helps
But
to
not-
boost your immune system, but that's got to be all the time.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We end up just sitting there going, all right, eat oranges while you've got a cold and you'll be fine. It's like, no, we've got to be eating oranges and stuff like this all the time just to stop ourselves from getting ill in the first place.
Stops
Anyway.
the scurvy too.
So I just ended up drinking a lot of whiskey, Jameson's. So it just dulled it really. But still not having the van sorted.
Means you can drink all the whiskey you like.
It was great. No, I borrowed my dad's car, bless him. So used on Thursday we were up at Bury St Edmunds Golf Club for a Christmas do for a corporate thing. It was actually this company called InVision, so INVision, Vision UK, which is an interesting company because they specialize in smart homes. So they sort of do things like they integrate technology, audio-visual technology, into your house, including stuff like the Sonos things, obviously. Like you'll be able to choose what kind of music and sounds that you have in the rooms, but obviously you can control your heating, control your lighting, and also, you can have smart things like what's in your fridge. You can just sort of have apps to tell you what you need to go shopping for and stuff like this, which is pretty crazy.
I like that.
So we were sitting there on the way out there. I was like, crikey, the sound's got to be good for this then. If these guys are like techies, So that went really well. But then from being ill, I didn't remember that I didn't have a full band for any of the gigs that I had this week because of just certain availability, just not going in my favour. So I had to draft in people last minute. Managed to get Ben Diffley on the drums, and I got Andy Brush on the saxophone for the second time we'd ever played with us from the Inner Heart Band and Ashton Jones Project. And he's a real consummate professional, this guy. I mean, whenever he plays, I always feel like that I'm watching Saturday Night Live. It's that kind of like the saxophone solos that they always do on this. He's got that real smooth, creamy kind of tone from his embouchure. But with still having those kind of real jazzy and real wailing kind of sounds, which is great. He does well. Again, no rehearsal with him at all. Just turn up and say, right, this is in this key and this feel. Let's go for it.
And who do you have on bass?
That was Murray on that one. That was Murray on the Thursday. On the Friday, that was I was on the Grosvenor. I had no confirmed band that week. It was literally just me. Because everybody else was busy. Murray had the Impilo gig, Rich's in Canada, Hicks is off recording. So I was like, okay, so what should I do then? So I managed to get Diffley on the drums again. I had Mr. Ben Goebel on the saxophone. Nice. So I had the two guys that came to Glastonbury with me, on stage with me. Yeah. And for the first time ever, I had Mr. Lloyd Willis Turnbull on the bass, which was quite nice actually. It's it's the first time he's ever played with us. Yep. Obviously, I did ask you to come, but obviously you had the that was
Mementos.
It was the Mementos gig. That was it. So it was the first time that we'd had Lloyd on the bass, but also first time that we've had somebody play on stage with us that we've also played their wedding. We played Lloyd's wedding. So, and it was really nice to, and I'm not sure how often that happens, that, you dep for a band that you hired for your, wedding. So that was really special actually, and he did a really great job. It was nice to actually have some backing vocals as well, because he chimes in. He's got a nice voice, Lloyd.
Yeah, very nice.
This is me publicly thanking those guys for getting me out of a tough spot. And then, that's the thing is with that gig, because everybody was adept in that one. So everybody had to drive because my van was still, no MOT. And so it ended up with me pretty much having to load everything in. I mean, they helped me load in, but then actually plumb stuff in, actually get everything EQ'd and mixed properly. Yeah. Doing the sound check by myself. And it was just like, they were like, why are we here 2 hours beforehand? I was like, you'll see. Because I had to do this in 2 hours. I think we had enough time in the end. But, when I've usually got Murray's help, setting stuff up and plumbing stuff in, you really appreciate the job that people do.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was fun. Being gig booker, being band leader, being front man, being sound tech, being driver, being promoter, all these different gigs, different jobs you got to do. Anyway, so then we had Saturday, which we played at Landguard 4. Which I want to know, somebody tell me if I'm wrong, but I've not heard of a band playing there before.
No, I know they've been wanting to do it for a long time.
Yeah. And I was just, we did our classic bit where we got people singing along with us, all at the same time, and with no instruments playing at the background. It was just everybody in the crowd singing.
Yeah.
And I love doing that, and it was also very, very kind of magical to have it happening in a decommissioned fort.
Were the acoustics quite
crazy.
Lively?
Absolutely crazy. Yeah, a lot of slap. A lot of slap everywhere. But I'm thinking of all these, like the soldiers that used to live in the barracks there, and I'm looking around, you can see the windows where they used to look out from when you're in the middle of the courtyard. I was thinking, when's the last time that you had a big group of people in a square just singing? there. It's kind of waking up the ghosts a bit. It was quite cool. But I was absolutely freezing. I've got to say, it was absolutely freezing. And sorry. And with on the way down to that gig, it was on the Saturday. I had the fantastic revolution that my van had an MOT. I got the MOT came through, and it was roadworthy.
Yes.
And I could start do it again. So I got the guys to exactly hold that woo back. Because I went and picked Hannah up. Hannah Hinchliffe played on the saxophone.
Yep.
And we got onto the A14 slip road coming from the A12, coming from Woodbridge, and basically the revs just stopped, and it would not rev or stay at any specific speed. It just kept on just going down and down and down and down. Nothing I do in the accelerator would work, so I got off the motorway, went down some back roads, and ended up just conking out at Curtin with all the gear in the back, and I could start it, but I couldn't actually rev the thing, which is fantastic. So we ended up having to get the guys come down with their cars, pick up the gear. The AA comes. Yeah, we were getting there for sort of on track for getting there for about 3:30, so that we could be playing at 5. I ended up not being able to get there until 4:30 because I was waiting for the AA to turn up, and then they tell me that, right, we're just going to take us half an hour to get anything done on this. I said, look, you've got to tow this onto the side of the road. I'm just abandoning it here. I've got to play this show. I've got to go to work. He was quite shirty with me. He's like, oh, no, you expect me to come all the way out here and then you just want me to tow it on the side of the road? I'm just like, shut up, man. I've got to work. So I ended up getting to the show, making it on time, thanks to all the guys and everybody mucking in, and played the show, and then I just abandoned the van on the side of the road.
Is it still there now?
No. Thankfully, I had to just get there during the freezing cold, get a flatbed truck out, and just dumped it at High Q Garage yesterday on a Sunday when it's closed, and just be like, okay, thanks guys. But it's just whenever you're in a bad way, you're feeling gunky, you're feeling coldy, you've got to go to work. And the bad stuff will happen to you. This is what happens.
There's never a good time for bad things to happen.
Exactly, but that's the thing of being self-employed. You can't let it get to you. You've got to work. That's
Just
one thing.
Finding a workaround. There's always a solution.
Yeah, like I've been in worse situations, like being ill, when I've just been close to throwing up on stage multiple times, but. We need the money. We got to live, right?
That's it.
What are we supposed to do? You just got to work.
When you're self-employed, you don't get sick pay. You don't get holiday leave. You don't get those those conveniences of being employed. And
that's a lot of the time what I have to tell my students a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Is that this is a job. This is kind of the way it is. If you want to be in a band, if you want to be doing this thing, you've got to just sort of. You can't be a snowflake. I hate that word because I get called that when I'm being sensitive.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to work, where there are other people relying on you with the band, there are other people that are going to be playing. There are going to be people that have had it for their party, their wedding, whatever. You've just got to knuckle down and get the work done.
That's it.
But that's all well and good. But what annoys me is the fact of that you've had this problem before as well. That you'll have the busiest weekend ever, and you'll still be absolutely skint by the end of it. Because of stupid payment situations.
We were talking about this just before we started today, weren't we?
Yeah. Webby had this problem last week, actually, from ICR. He was supposed to be playing the Farmhouse. Hannah Hinchliffe was going to be playing with him. And again, because of stupid bureaucratic things and just, I don't know, it's just stuff that gets in the way. They don't want to pay you, and they want to charge a premium for using a specific service. Yeah. I'm not going to be naming names here, but it is absolutely ridiculous. There's these 5-part systems that you and I have had to do. Yeah. Where you raise an order with a place over this online thing, say this is what we're going to do, this is the date we're going to be delivering it, all in different segments, and you do this months in advance. You get everything signed off. They have your details. Everything's legit above board. Like all the gigs that I do are always legit and above board. nothing. I'm not trying to, swindle any tax out of anything. And you end up on this is 3 days after some of these gigs, and I have no money to show for any of them. And it just annoys me because it just you end up like sitting there going, with band members to pay who are also self-employed musicians, they've got to live. They've got to pay their rent. They've got to get their kids in school or whatever. It's that thing of, okay, so now I'm kind of the bad guy because I haven't paid them yet, because these people haven't transferred the money for me, but for reasons.
Yeah,
what are these reasons?
I had I think it was the same venue, same system, and they said, well, we'll pay you through this system. I said, okay, is there any way you can do it not through that, because I've used this system before and it's problematic.
And they charge you for it.
Yes,
you get charged on top.
We did our price. I can't remember what percentage, but yeah, we got charged for it. So and everybody had to take. I mean, it's only a couple of quid less per band member, but we shouldn't have to pay for a system that they have to use.
Yeah, exactly.
I said so, and it was ridiculous. And it took us 4 weeks to get paid, which is fair enough if they told us that.
Yeah.
Because we could have made allowances for it. And I said, when I spoke to the manager of the place, I said, are we going to have to wait? And he said, no, you get paid 2 days after the gig, the next bank day.
Yeah.
I went, okay, cool. 2 weeks later, I still don't have the money. I had a phone call from my guitarist who said,
I need this money.
Rent come out and I've got no money to see me through. I need to get home and I can't even afford the train ticket.
Yep.
I said, that's fine. I sorted him out because I just got paid from another job.
You, man,
so
but you shouldn't have to do this.
I shouldn't have to do that, but I mean, I want my guitarist back for Christmas.
Yeah, you want to be able to live,
But then that payment came through 2 days ago, and that gig was right at the beginning of the month.
It's stupid, isn't it?
And it was just
absolutely stupid, and that doesn't bode well for me because I've got another gig with this company at the end of this month, and I'm thinking, right, so that means I'm probably not going to see this money because of bank holidays and things like this. I'm not going to see this money until probably February. And there's probably people listening to us going, oh, what are you moaning about? Why'd you have, there are many jobs that we've both done in the past where we don't get paid for a month after we've done a shift or whatever. There's been companies that I've worked for where I get paid 2 months in arrears or whatever. And but that's not the point. The point is, if somebody says they're going to pay you on a specific date and they don't, then that is when all hell breaks loose for me, because it's just not. It's not fair on anybody.
Again, when you're working freelance, you are living month by month because you know what gigs you're doing and you know what needs to be paid for, and you'll be like, that gig pays for my rent, that gig pays for my insurance, that gig means that I can maybe pay for some promotion, get some posters made, printed off for this gig because that money won't come in till the next month. And and it's always juggling what you've got with what's coming in, and then one late payment means that
messes the whole thing up.
Means I can't pay for that poster because I need to put fuel in the car that doesn't work. I need to get the car fixed. Okay, and then
it's a knock-on effect, isn't it?
Yeah.
And people don't understand this, but it's just I had to get it off my chest. Like if you listen to this, you're booking gigs, make sure you get this stuff on writing. I mean, I've got this stuff on writing, and it hasn't helped me, but I want to take this further. Yeah. And at least I do have that at my back. Anyway, so that was my stressful weekend. Sorry for my cold ramblings. Let's find out.
What's going on?
Quickly, before we go into the gig listings this week, I want to make a quick appeal to our listeners. I have now launched a Kickstarter for an album for the Lockabillys and I to be recording. That is now live. You can go to lockabillys.com or to our YouTube channel and just to find a bit more about it if you even want to be involved. Basically, what helps me is if people pre-order the albums or book lessons so that I can pay all the musicians that I want on this record. I've got like sort of 22 songs that I want to record, and we're going to do that on a shoestring budget over a couple weeks, and just trying to make sure that everything's legit, again, above board. No underhand payings, no tax dodging, none of this. It's just something that's done right and that we can all be proud of by the end of it. So please, if you guys can have a little look on our website and just check it out. We've got just done a history of the Lockabillies video to kind of pique your interest and kind of give you an idea of what we've been doing for the past 3 years as a band. It was actually quite emotional making that, to be honest, man.
Nice.
Did you get a chance to watch it?
I haven't had a chance to watch it.
I'll link you to it. See what you think.
Share it on the Harley and Josh Bow page.
Yeah,
have you done that?
If you're all right with that,
I'm 100% all right with that.
Thank you.
What's really great about this is you can kind of share. Well, many of you who are listening who are thinking, "Oh, I can't wait to hear that." I would buy that, and that's great. But at least with this way, if you pay for it or if you donate to the Kickstarter campaign and it gets made, you'll have that album, and it means that we're not having to magic money out of the air to then recoup that money.
Yeah.
Or
and you can actually sit there and look at the album and think, yeah, I actually have something invested in this.
That's it. You hear about these people who invest in films and stuff or invest in creative endeavors. This is what you're being able to do.
I mean, I wish it was like a real investment that you can make a profit on, but the profit that you get, I guess, is just having that. As you know, this isn't really going to be making a huge amount of money. It's more about just the creative thing of being able to kind of reward everybody from listening to us and coming out to seeing shows with us with some original music. I
guess that's what this is. I mean, we talk about you being a professional musician, and this is this is your job making money. But the album, the creative endeavor, isn't necessarily for profit. It's just to do something creative to give to people.
As a culmination of our efforts. It's kind of what we want to do.
Exactly.
Anyway, right, so what have you got to promote this week, my good friend?
I've got
Mr.
some public
Cotton?
shows. I have actually got some public shows, which is rare because I haven't done many for a long time. So, this Saturday, I'm going to be at the Cork in Felixstowe.
Nice.
With Space Rocks.
Oh, cool.
So, like I said, I haven't been playing with them for a long time, but I've been helping them out. Well, I was supposed to be doing...
Because Lloyd plays with them, right?
Pardon?
And Lloyd's been playing with them, right?
Has he been playing for them recently? I don't know if he has been playing for them too recently.
He's been playing with Spence, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Anyway.
Last gig he did, or I think the last one I was... had Andy Clark on bass, although
great.
He's an incredible guitarist. He's also a very good bass player. So they did a private gig last week with Tubbs on drums, who are going to be with us on the 23rd. We might also have some guest drummers along for the ride as well, whether they'll get up and play or just come and join the festivities. Previous
so that's
Space Rocks members.
Friday at the Cork.
Saturday at the Cork.
Yes,
it's 23rd.
Which is the 23rd of December.
Yeah,
cool.
And then Sunday, which is Christmas Eve, I will be playing locally once more at the Trimley Hand in Hand.
All right, cool.
With the Gussie Stafford Band.
Oh, that'll be nice.
With Tubbs on drums once more.
Lovely.
Really looking forward to doing that, and it's great.
Christmas.
Yeah, we've got a couple of Christmas songs on the bill, and
is it free to get?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Both gigs are free entry. They're just pub entertainment.
Yeah, cool.
So be really, I'm really looking forward to those.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And I might as well just say that I'm going to be back at the Hand in Hand on New Year's Eve, because the last chance to promote New Year's Eve gigs, I'll be playing with the Super Things.
Oh wow!
With Mark Stewart,
really
Ben Diffley.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to playing with Ben, because I haven't played a gig with him for a long time.
Nice.
Probably since we did a gig
together
really? With Ben.
Yeah, that's
probably the last time I played with him.
Crikey. Well, there we go. That's going to be a nice one then. Yeah, cool. Right, so what we got stuff going on this week? So we've got Thursday, 21st of December. We've got the Blues Jam at the Swan. It's the last one this week. Are you housebound, are you?
I'm housebound for that. I'm playing at the Blues Jam on Thursday as well. I should probably promote that. Are you house?
No, I am actually. This Thursday, I can't make it, which sucks for me because I am playing a care home in Stowmarket. So I can't actually be there.
That's fair enough.
I hope you guys have a really good time.
Pop by on the way home. You might still be going.
I'm not sure what time we'll be finished. Probably finishing about 11, but we'll hopefully be getting back by then. But so Friday, 22nd, Three Wise Monkeys have got an all-female lineup, which I think sounds pretty amazing.
Sweet.
They've got Imoni, Hattie Errolwan, Ellie Cornell, Lauren Francis, and Sophie Nash. That's this Friday. It's £3 on the door, 9 p.m. start. Also Friday, we've got Kane at St Jude's as part of the Massacre Metal Night with Darren Smith and those guys. That will be a really fun one. That's starting from 8 o'clock. I believe that's free entry.
Sweet.
Also Friday, there's a lot of stuff going on Friday. Motherfunker are playing at the Swan, which will be free entry as per usual. That'll be 9 p.m. till late. I think if I finish my gigs private thing, I will be heading to that one afterwards, because I have yet to see Motherfunker, and I made their logo.
Have you not seen them?
I've not seen Motherfunker.
Really
Every
fun,
time
though.
that they've been playing, I've been playing. And
The curse of a musician.
yeah, so this will be the first time that if I'm finishing early, which I hope I am, I'll be able to go and catch them. So Saturday, 23rd, Impilo are playing, which I'd like to finish off the show with some Impilo.
Oh, 100%. Let's do
Because
that.
they have been our most played artist this year. Orange, Thick as Thieves, and Impilo will be playing the Swan Saturday, 23rd of December. That is hosted by Daniel Lee Harvey, the man himself, who is IO Radio's own, I believe.
Yeah.
So that'll be 8 o'clock at the Swan. So yeah, if you can make that down to that on Saturday 23rd. And 24th, Christmas Eve, I will be playing with JS and the Pomp, Gypsy Jazz stuff, at the Golf Hotel.
Of course. Who are you playing that one with?
Well, there's going to be Mr. Murray Collins playing with us, and Mark Stewart.
That's it. You told me about that last night. I said,
Yeah.
I wish I could make that.
That'll be cool. And my first ever guitar teacher is going to be joining me on stage.
Such a good guitarist.
Yeah, he is fantastic, and he really knows how to play his Django Reinhardt style stuff. But we're going to be chucking in some rock and roll stuff in there definitely as well. So it's going to be a real dancey night, and it's the right way to dance into Christmas. Take the Christmas, 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 Christmas.
Ever and ever.
And one more thing, I am also playing New Year's. This is my last chance to promote this on air. The JS and the Lockabilly will be playing with Tallulah Good Times and Jackson Co. at St. Peter's on the Waterfront. That's in Ipswich. Tickets are available on our website. Have a check out for that. But have you got anything you want to say to sign off 2017 at IO Radio with?
I just want to say thank you for having us, IO Radio.
Yeah.
This has been where we started this show, and where we hope to continue it for a long time. And it's just been a really good start for us, and I've enjoyed it. We're
It's a good game. We played 110%. You know, we just went out there.
team game.
Yeah, we won best team game. We got it's team. There's no I in Harley and Josh show.
Oh, well, there isn't.
While I was saying that, I was thinking, oh my god.
We should probably really promote, because obviously we're going to be off for 2 weeks, so we need to say that the next show that we're going to be doing some stuff, which will be out on Christmas Day. We might make it 2 if we go on a bit.
Yes.
So there, go to our Facebook page and like us, facebook.com/Harley and Josh Show.
Nice.
Or find harleyandjoshshow.podbean.com.
Nice.
YouTube.com/Harley and Josh Show, or search us on iTunes, Harley and Josh Show.
Yeah, we go. You can also get us on our email, which is harleyandjoshshow@gmail.com.
There's a theme here.
Yes, I mean there is a name
There's
for
a
this
name,
show.
yeah.
And it is
Harley and Josh Show.
If you want some tracks played on this, if you want some specific topics covered, or if you want any more news based on just stuff that we know, please get in touch. It's been an absolute pleasure to be able to, just garble into your ears this year.
We'll probably want some music to play for our pre-records as well. So
yes, exactly.
At least to play us out. So if you can, obviously we need your permission to be able to play it on a downloadable format.
Of course.
So make sure to email it to us and just say, we don't play our music, please. It's okay. So then we'll just blast that out as a little bit as part of the rock.
If you've got a new EP coming out, if you've got a new single coming out, and you don't mind us shoving it up so we can promote it, please let us know.
Bear in mind, next Monday is Christmas Day. If anyone's got a Christmas song or a version of a Christmas song or anything like that,
Under the Sky have just released a new Starry single,
they?
which is quite nice.
Oh,
actually.
we'll
I
have to
must
we'll hit
believe
them up.
Yeah, check out the Under the Sky Facebook page.
And if you don't know a band but you like a band, send us a list of a song. Send us a band that you'd like us to play, and we'll hit them up, see if it's okay.
That'd be really nice. But once again, thank you everybody listening. It's been it's been real. It's been real 2017.
I was imagining the whole thing.
Let's just let's make it. I don't know.
Wake up hungover on New Year's Day and it's 2017 again. You're like, oh damn it!
You're like, oh, it was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Cool. Right. It's goodbye from Josh 2017.
It's goodbye from Harley 2017 for live stuff at least.
For life. Yeah.
For
goodbye
life.
forever 2017. Blah.
Yeah. Cheer me up. Man, drop the ball, so I took you past him. Couldn't keep to your goal, now you're looking past it. Honestly, don't think you lost it. Cheap MCs, you shouldn't bargain. Man, don't get it, I get it. So you get no ratings, and I meant it. My guys, they ride along. It's so plain to see that I put my heart in it. Do my part in it. I ain't been a gimmick. Promoter better know the deal or your deep dish. A man can't talk the hardest, please don't be asking. Better know I'm charging. There's no point ducking, diving, please don't be jarring, nah, don't be jarring. No way. And I got the eye of the tiger, you're not on par with me, you're not par with that. Tempo, keep the tempo. Tempo, keep the tempo. Cause I keep it moving when they're dying. I've been on my job, now you're handing. Seeing the back room surrounding. I see if they can keep the tempo. Even now I'm putting in a shift and I couldn't get a lift. They were telling me it wouldn't work, thinking that I'm more than this. And they don't know shit, couldn't care what you heard. They were stepping on my toes, I was busy brewing. But the shoe fits me, let me sock it to him. The boy seen hardship, now it's nothing to him. And soul searching, did a lot for him. I took time out, that was humbling. Had to clear my mind out, I was crumbling. But I swear they sound the same and I don't pretend. You won't see me waste time. And I be over there, we don't compare. You're not hip to my kind, like it's in my genes, you're following fashion. Don't know your worth, you're not the one cashing. Integrity guard in my sleep, dreams turn nightmare if you're way too mean. Looking spineless, sit down to your knees, oh please. I dropped out a degree, I let mum down, but that was never me. If I let myself down, it's way too deep. But they got it back to front, cause they back to front and can't tell me nothing. Hey, I've been up to something, cooking up here, now it's time we munching. Tempo, keep the tempo.
It's the Harley and Josh show on iRadio.